What is going on, all you Anvil family out there? Tonight we're going to discuss DeForest Buckner signing, in-house money spent, is it worth it, and what our future stars hold for us going forward. So, Sammy, let's get it going.
Turn up your volume. Because you're about to listen to The Sick Podcast. And Bill Show.
Intercepted! Marlon Jackson! Marlon's got it! We're going to the Super Bowl! We're going to the Super Bowl! Marlon Jackson with the interception! He picked off Tom Brady!
The sickest Indianapolis Colts podcast. It's gonna be sick.
Boy, is it going to be sick. What's going on, boys?
What's happening, fellas?
Oh, living the dream, buddy. How you tonight? If y'all not noticed yet, in the middle there, well,
Is nobody. Did you not get the memo? The show started.
I'm going to introduce to you the Wall is our special guest tonight. No, I'm just kidding. Tonight we have one of our own with us, one of our members of our tailgate crew, Mr. Daniel, a.k.a. Dirty Dan, a.k.a. Damn It Daniel, a.k.a. I don't know. Well, now he's gone.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Damn, I'm already fired. What the hell?
You know how these prima donna guests get.
Yeah. I hope everybody's doing well tonight out there in internet world. Hope to see all y'all tonight in the comments. Let us know if you're here. But first and foremost, go subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not yet. Please do so. Also go to Twitter, or X as it's called now, Facebook, Instagram. Follow us everywhere. Big P, where can they find you at on X?
At Big P Colts.
You can also find me, Big Country, at Big Country Colts. And Daniel, are you on that? You're on X, right?
I'm on X, but my name is going to be less like than Big P's. It's DMAG for the shoe.
There you go. There you have it. Well, boys, we signed another big name over the past week. DeForest Buckner.
Or restructured. That's the only thing I'll say to that. Go ahead.
Well, technically, I guess it'd be a re-signing if you want to technically call it that. Or just, jump the gun with his re-signing. He had another year left on his contract. We were talking about DeForest Buckner. It was actually really unexpected. I didn't expect for him to get signed. About like Zaire Franklin, no one expected out of this year to sign these two big names to contract extensions already. So we're just going to go around the horn here and just get our thoughts on what we think about that. And we'll start with Daniel, since you're the guest. Go ahead. What's your thoughts on re-signing DeForest and what that means going forward with probably future stars of next season?
Yeah, I think it's huge. Not only that they re-signed him to an additional year, but they restructured his contract in a way to open up $24 million in cap space. What does that allow the program to do going forward? Can they re-sign Ryan Kelly to his 10th year? For the future stars, guys like Kwity Paye, he's shown up, but he's not shown up consistently. So I'm not ready to sit down with him and be like, hey, we're going to give you another year for $8 million.
Daniel,
yeah.
Stay on one topic. Let's stay with DeForest right now.
With DeForest, I'm really excited with it. It shows continuity on the defensive side of the ball. I think that's a big thing. I can simplify it like that. I think it's huge. Continuity.
You think the money was
I didn't mean to interrupt you there. I just didn't want you.
I could have went 5 ways.
Every topic into one saying.
Yeah, I could have went 5 ways with that. Acosta, you were going to ask me something?
I said was the money that he was given, I think it was 2 years, $46 million.
Mm-hmm.
Totally worth it?
If it with the space it opened, absolutely.
All right. Good deal. Pat, what you got?
Yes. Fuck yes. That's all I can say. The man is a monster. You hear his name every single game he plays. You hear his name multiple times. DeForest Buckner with the rush, DeForest Buckner with the sack, DeForest Buckner with the strip recovery for a touchdown. Yeah, that is one in-house signing I am super excited that it's done and out of the way. I didn't want to go into next year having him coming into training camp and contract negotiations. You know you want him. You know you need him. Pay the man his money. Move forward. And Ballard did that. Ballard did just that. Now there's, no questions coming towards training camp. Now I know his contract wasn't up until at the end of this season, but looking forward with what everything's going on, I think it was a brilliant move.
So by restructuring, here's my question for both y'all, and either one of y'all can go first. With his signing, y'all, so like Daniel said, it opened up more cap space for us. Does that mean should we expect a splash in free agency with somebody, regardless of what position it is, regardless of receiver, back? I mean, what's y'all's thoughts on that? I guess we can start with you, P, since Daniel went first.
Well, I'm going to ask you to re-say that because when you started out, you got real low. I couldn't hear everything, and then at the end, your volume picked back up.
Okay, I was saying now that his signing, his extension opened up more cap space, like Daniel added. Does that mean we're gonna make a splash in free agency now before the draft, or before or a little after the draft, whatever position you think? Like, I don't know, a receiver, cornerback, and still a free agent. What do you think?
No, I don't think it's necessarily being done for those intended purposes. I think if Ballard was going to make a splash in free agency, he'd already done it. And if you notice, we picked up 2 free agents this year. That is it. The guy from Miami, which is an absolute monster of a man. I can't wait to, really dive into what he can do in Gus Bradley's defense. Now, he didn't have the greatest stats coming out of Miami, but I do believe with what I've seen, and it's just a small sample size, so you guys, if I'm wrong, don't crucify me. But what I've seen of his ability, he's going to shine in Gus Bradley's defense, just like DeForest Buckner shines. So that free agent really got me. And then the other free agent was Joe Flacco. That's it. That's the only 2 free agents we picked up this year. Everything else has been in-house. So you got that. But no, I don't think this move was to bring that splash player in. If anything, this move was to help with draft stock. Because in your draft picks, you have to have the cap space to sign the players that you draft.
Mm-hmm.
I think I really believe that was the sole and intended purpose is that, and on top of that, not to go into next year with
no
him.
money. With no money,
right? At least you got him locked up.
I think, again, back to it, his signing was huge. You mentioned the fella from Miami, and it's not like they didn't offer Danielle Hunter money. I mean, that's known. So I think we've made the splashes we could make up to this point. And like Pat just said, with this money that's opened up with the restructure of the contract, that it has extended DeForest until a whole nother year that we don't have to worry about in training camp. I don't think a splash before the draft is going to happen. I think it's going to be held for the draft picks.
Fair enough.
What do you think?
I think it's just to save money for next year. We have a lot of big signings also coming up again fairly soon, just to save up on some money. It's going to be a big jump for us. We'll be one of the top teams with cap space next year, I'm sure, with that extra $24 million, I believe. So, I think it is just to save money. It's a good money move, good business move in this aspect. So, but what comes to mind is with, I think his last name was Wilkins, the guy from Miami.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. With him coming on and him being the monster that he is, and he also started for Miami.
Was that not the most perfect timing ever? You said monster, and you heard woo, 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 woo. had to be that. You guys set that up, didn't you?
Yeah. I trained this dog Moose to fucking do that. Absolutely. Just for this one moment. But anyway, so with him coming in and being the monster that he is Gus Bradley getting ready to change up his scheme? You know, we have a 4-3, it looks like already, or a 4-2. Are we gonna go to a 5-3 or a 5-2? What do you think?
No, I don't think we'll change it that much. I think it and his front four doesn't need to change.
I don't think so either.
I mean, the highest recorded sack percentage of any year this organization has been alive. That front four is doing something right. I think with the addition of this guy, it's more about adding more talent to that line, adding not necessarily depth pieces, but rotational pieces. And see, to me, there's a difference in a rotational piece and a depth piece. A depth piece, to me, sits back and waits for somebody to be injured. Mm-hmm. Then they get their shot. A rotational piece, you know they're going to play. You know they're getting so many snaps, and you know who they're rotating in and out with to keep the legs fresh. So that's how I see it. Now, I could be completely friggin' wrong, you know, and we won't get a chance to talk to Gus until training camp, you know, but that's a damn good question to ask Gus about when we're at training camp, Acosta. So don't lose that question. That's a good question for him. But if Gus is going to change any schemes, he needs to change that upside of that field. He's got to get away. He's got to get away from this cover 2 shell, cover 3 crap that doesn't work. Stop backing off of those damn receivers 20 friggin' yards because you're scared they're going to get 21 yards.
Right.
You know, jam those dudes up, make them get 20 yards, make them take 20 yards from you. That's just the way I see football. If you want it, you come take it, bitch, because I ain't giving it up freely.
I mean,
that's the defense. That's the defense that I've always played. That's the defense that I've always been taught. And going back and looking at all the football that I've ever watched, it still holds true today. You want it? Come take it.
If I can.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm big about staying home on defense. You know, if you over pursue, your guy's going to get through the line, get to the linebackers, and make it to that what we're calling the cover 25 because they're so far off the ball. And in that, if they change the scheme now, with our defensive backs being so young outside of Kenny Moore. Is that something that's going to be totally new for them outside of it just being here with the program? And if it is, I don't know how easily a guy like Gus Bradley could teach that to them. So if they keep inside the same system, because they're bringing this fella from Miami up here to work in our system, which is a new system for him, and he obviously something made his mouth water to come here. And that was one of the big conversations in his press conferences, you know, the official press conferences, that he wanted to come here and play ball out. Mm-hmm. These guys are making plays. It's not just a scheme working for us; it's the players working for us. So to change it now, I think it's too little, too late. Since most of these guys have been here through their whole rookie contract, you know, guys like Kwity Paye are coming up on that, and so we'll just have to see what happens there. But as long as they continue to make plays, there's no reason to change it.
That's the thing, though. They got to keep making plays, not do this soft coverage thing. So everybody knows, everybody who's watching right now, at the end of all of our topics that we're going to discuss tonight, we're also going to have a short Q&A session. So if you have any questions regarding anything, you don't have to be what we're talking about tonight, just ask the questions in the comments section, and we'll highlight them. We'll try to get to them as quick as we can. If we can get to all of them, great. If we can't, we apologize in advance. But okay, so with DeForest is signing, it's another in-house signing, obviously, which leads me to ask this question to both of y'all. The belief that Chris Ballard has in this team to sign all these key players and stay in-house instead of attacking free agency, like I know a lot of Colts fans really wanted him to do, but it's not typically his fashion. But this season was obviously more signing all of our big names: Grover, Buckner, Pittman, extending Z and everything else. So is Ballard sending a message to our fan base saying, keep believing in this team because the talent is there, the coaching is there, we're there. Now it's just, the game of persistence and the game of consistency at hand. So what do y'all think about all the in-house signings, in-house money spent? Do you think he made the right move, or should we have made more splashes of free agency? Daniel, you can go ahead with that one first.
Yeah, I'll go ahead with that one. I don't think, outside of house money, I don't think making splashes is always the answer. And I brought this up a few weeks ago in our chat. If you look at what Bill Polian did he sign a bunch of guys who weren't his? No. He drafted them and crafted them. And I think that's important now because as an organization, defensively, let's just start defensively. We've got guys making their own splashes and becoming record holders. You've got guys making splashes and turning our fan base up. Offensively, you've got guys making splashes, losing their helmet on the field, doing big things in the combine, as we saw Anthony Richardson do. Guys who our fan base is sleeping on, and when Anthony Richardson hits the field again, are going to make splashes because of its height, because of his height. I think absolutely Chris Ballard has done the right thing, and I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to sit here and give him a blowjob or anything like that. I know this is not a kid-friendly show for the most part, but we welcome it.
It ain't now.
It ain't now. It wasn't. I'm not going to sit here and do that. I think Chris Ballard is going to earn his flowers through his decisions, not just this season, in the off season.
I need an all button. I don't have an all button.
Bullshit.
A bullshit.
But I really appreciate the moves he's made. He's shown confidence in his guys. If you take a guy like, let's say Zaire Franklin, say he doesn't renegotiate his contract out of his special teams contract to put him on the front runner of money for a linebacker position. Say he doesn't do that. How does Zaire feel? Does he say, hey, I want out, give me a trade? What's he get traded for? A 5th round pick. Now you've given him X amount of dollars. What's his value just went up. And it's making these guys feel valued and having all of them signed, that now they're all playing for the same thing, that kind of money. That's house money right there. You play for what you're worth. And they're showing it. Now they're making it.
Well, I'll add a little bit to what you said because I agree with 99% of what you said, especially
except the blowjob, right?
Except that. But one thing that is noticeable about the way Polian built this team and the way Ballard's building this team, one. Polian had success in year 3, year 4.
Yep.
Ballard hasn't had that. So that's why nobody can see the comparison from Ballard to Polian, because Ballard just hasn't had that type of success yet. Now, I think we're at the threshold of that success because we're keeping our pieces. Dude, are you having a heart attack?
No, I'm saying wax on without saying anything.
Oh, I thought you was having a freaking heart attack. I was about to call 911.
My future wife is watching, so she'll call 911 for us.
Okay. Anyways, without your waxing on, waxing off blowjob comments.
Have you another beer, Dan. You'll be all right.
I'm still working on number 1.
So I do believe we're at the threshold of starting to see what Ballard's actually building. And the fan base won't see it until we start getting the W's, until we get the AFC South back, until we, make a hell of a run in the playoffs, But to me, the biggest difference between Ballard and Polian is Ballard has balance on both sides of the ball, where Polian didn't. Polian always drafted heavy offensive people. Late rounds, he would pick up defense. That's how we got Robert Matthews. Now, was that a find? Absolutely. I'm not calling Polian, that he was no good at his job. What I'm saying was he was offensive-minded heavy when it came to the draft, where if you look at the way Ballard drafts, he does a pretty good job keeping balance on both sides of the ball each draft. To me, that's the biggest difference.
And I just want to clarify real quick. I wasn't looking at specifically comparing them because success didn't come. Hasn't.
Oh, I didn't say you was. I was just throwing that out there.
I mean, that's a good point, though, Daniel, because so many people are at this point comparing Ballard to Polian and the success that the Colts had, during the Polian era, the Super Bowl, the Peyton Mannings, the Marvin Harrisons, but it goes back to the whole thing of being spoiled, being so successful for so long. I mean, it really does, though. And I mean, people.
That would be me. Right? I would be the spoiled one.
Oh, you are the spoiled one, considering the GM's your daddy.
Well,
who's your daddy, baby?
But yeah, so, but people just need to start looking, like, especially now more than ever, we're not re-signing all these washed-up quarterbacks, these older players anymore. The future is looking so bright in Indianapolis, and people really need to start understanding that and just not living in the past, but still not forgetting it, though. You know what I mean? We'll relive the glory days, in conversation, reminisce all you want. Not saying don't do that, but you can't compare a new era to another one that's, possibly going to bring us even more success. You never know what it's going to bring us. Ballard's game is patience and everything, and that's what we got to do. We got to be patient, just believe in our boys.
Now, this goes out to Paul real quick. Yes, Paul, we read the comments, but we don't read them out. If you ask a question, we don't read them until the end of the program. So we read your comments. We see y'all. We appreciate y'all being here, but we got a short time to get through a lot of information, and then we'll get into the questions. So if you got questions, throw them up there. And Sammy, the super producer, will bring them up at the end when we get into Q&A.
Yep, and don't forget to also share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, too. We mentioned at the beginning, obviously we want to get our numbers up so we can reach more people and continue to keep doing stuff and show y'all stuff that we get to do, as fans and all types of stuff. So lots of cool stuff coming. Josh Down Camp's coming, just to plug some stuff in there. Coming up this Saturday, we'll be there. Yep, 2 days.
Yeah,
so we'll be there.
So you guys, make sure you have your notifications turned on, because we're going to be streaming the entirety of the camp on Facebook and X. I don't know if we'll be able to get it on YouTube or not, but we're going to try. Sammy, you can let me know at the end here if we'll be able to do that or not, because that'd be pretty cool too, to stream it live on YouTube. But yeah, we've got that coming up, man. There's so much stuff coming up, you guys. You got to turn those notifications on. That's all I'm saying.
The draft is just next week.
Yeah, next Thursday. We try to share into as many groups as we can, but with everything going on, it gets tough. So follow the pages, turn the notifications on, because we got a lot of big things coming up. And a lot of people don't know this, but Kenny Moore's doing a TED Talk next month in Nashville, Indiana.
Oh.
Yeah. See, so it's that kind of stuff that we get privileged to get some information on. I don't know if we're going to be doing anything with it, but It'd be pretty cool to hear Kenny Moore's TED Talk. That's for sure. And it's not too far away from anybody.
No, it's pretty central to most people in
Yeah,
Indiana.
unless you're watching us from Tennessee, then it's Brown County, not Nashville.
Yeah, or North Dakota. We had North Dakota in here. Bill Kelly, he's come to a game. He's come to the tailgates, and he watches the show all the time. So, but yeah, I don't think he's going to be coming to Nashville.
Tennessee or Indiana.
I didn't mean to interrupt everybody. I didn't mean to fuck up the flow of the show, but I wanted Paul to let Paul know that yes, we do read comments. Yes, we will answer questions, and yes, we got Josh Downs camp this Saturday from 8 to 12. I don't know if there's any spots left. You'll have to go on our Facebook page, find the link, hit it, and do it. Maybe we can share that link again so it's on the top or pin it.
For sure.
Yeah, man, you got the draft coming up. You got rookie mini camp. Then you got OTAs. Then you got training camp. Yeah, it's moving fast, y'all. So sit down, hold on. Let's do it, baby.
All season workouts again this week.
Hey, tailgating is right around the corner, boys. You know what that means. But to keep with the flow of the show, we got one more topic for you all. And I think it's actually going to be pretty big. I know it's early to talk about, but I think it's still going to be pretty big. So with all the in-house signings, all the money spent, the question becomes now, who do we look forward to signing to good contracts or great contracts next year, who have been rookies or they came in coming up on the end of their rookie deal or coming up on the end of their contracts for next year, after next year or this year. So who do we think is staying? Who do you think is going, or who would you like to see stay and go?
Well, I could not get a list of who is in the last end of their contract. And the only one that I know off the top of my head is Quiddy Pay. Do you guys know of anybody else?
Ryan Kelly.
Julian Blackman signed a 1 year. So after this year.
After this season.
Yep.
Okay.
He'll have one more year. And then I think Dio, maybe?
Yeah, he got drafted right behind Quiddy Pay.
Yep. So,
but
yeah, he's
a first round draft pick will get a 5-year contract. Everybody else gets 4 on their rookie deal.
Yep.
So technically, he should have already been extended. Did I miss something?
Anything.
I haven't either.
No, there's not been no news from the Colts or anything about Dio being re-signed or contracts talks or anything like that yet.
But anyways, with Quiddy, I really like him. I really, really do. But in my opinion, he hasn't lived up to the hype.
I hate to say it. I think I'd have to agree with you. I mean, he's made some splash plays here and there, but he hasn't been consistent for the most part.
I really want to see Alec Pierce re-signed. I think he's going into his 3rd season, so that gives him 2. But if with Anthony Richardson, he can prove himself by his route running ability, I think we extend him before the start of training camp next year.
This year for Alec Pierce is going to be, I'm not going to say a make or break year, but it's going to be a crucial year for him for sure. Especially with a big name receiver and, all these big name receivers this year in the draft coming, he's got competition. So he's going to have to step it up, or he's going to have to, hit the road.
Step aside. Yeah. Step aside.
Yeah. Step aside or take a back seat, or just end up having to be traded or go to another team. So we'll see what happens.
I think his trade value, just to briefly touch on it, his trade value went way down this year with Minshew. He made a few plays, but he didn't make enough consistently throughout the whole year, and I can't fault him for it. I think if given the right shoes behind center, that kid's good. Look at the family he comes from. I'm really excited for what he can provide, especially to us with Anthony Richardson. I'm going to drive home on that note for me personally.
P, what do you think?
You guys hit it. I mean, I can't really add much to that. Does he have to prove himself? Yeah, but he hasn't really had the chance to. We've seen some glimpse of what he can do. So, my expectations for him are really, really high. Keep Anthony upright. Anthony's got a bigger arm than the last 5 quarterbacks we've had in here. So let that little speedster learn to get some separation and let him go.
Last thing I'll bring up, his first quarterback was Matt Ryan. Look what we did to him.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
No, look what Matt Ryan did to him.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
It wasn't.
I mean, Pat Tyler said he sent you an updated list, by the way.
Oh, cool.
We'll get that list pulled up real quick for you all. See who all is on there. I know there's quite a few names that's notable. I know that for sure. I think there is quite a few.
Tyler ain't sent me nothing. Oh, there it is.
Jesus.
Uh-oh.
Who all's on there, Pat?
Grant Stewart's on that list. I'm trying to find.
Boy.
The names that people are going to care about.
Odengbo's
Odengbo's on that list. Colin Granson.
Mm-hmm. I knew he was
Ryan
there.
Kelly, Mo Alley. EJ's on that list. Julian, which Daniel brought that up. Quiddy. And that's about that's the marquee names. Anyways.
All right. But we'll focus on them real quick. So you said the first one was Grant Stewart. Great special team guy.
I brought that up for Miss Sarah.
I know. She loves her Grant. She absolutely loves him to death. And so we'll cover him a little bit for her. So Grant Stewart, great special teams guy, very explosive, full of energy, fast, good backup linebacker. I think he's third string linebacker at this point. Keeper send off.
If the money's right, keep. His motor is full speed all the time, and that man is not afraid to hit. I'm not saying he's the best out there, but he's dependable.
I mean, I gotta agree with that. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I gotta agree with that. That's it.
I mean, okay. He also, he made a big splash in Tennessee when we were there too. He blocked the kick and scored the touchdown for us during a punt. So I mean, it's just he's explosive. He's great. He's just a hungry dude. You know what I mean? He's ready to go play football. You can tell he loves the sport. I love to see him re-sign if the money's right. I think it will be. Someone like him. I don't think he's gonna. I mean, I think he'll take what is given to him because he just loves the sport. And you can tell. I think he'll be worth keeping. So who's next on the list?
Oh, who did I say? Dio.
Yeah,
I think he was.
I'll go ahead. Okay, I'll go ahead and start off with him. Dio, especially after last season, great playmaker last year. He came in very hungry. He showed us what he could truly do. At the edge position. Great promise. I think again, if the money's right, I think we can get him probably for another 2 or 3 years. I think if the money's right. So I'd love to see him stay as well. I mean, Patty's your boy. So what do you think? You gonna be biased? You gonna?
No, I'm always going to speak facts to you guys and truths. Yeah, I got to become friends with Dio. His rookie season before training camp and everything. But go back and watch his progression. He has done nothing but get better, and better. Now you couldn't really see it last year because when Grove got suspended for PEDs, they moved him into Grove's spot, and he was still effective. He's playing a position that I don't know. I can't say that he's never played before, but he normally doesn't play. Let's put it that way. And he was quite effective in the run stopping game, and he got to the quarterback a few times too in that defensive tackle spot, not that edge. And and he's big, he's fast, he's got some tremendously long arms, and that dude can get under just about anybody. So I would really like to, now that we got Grove back, re-signed, like to see him get back to that edge where he's a natural pass rusher with great speed, great length, great strength, and a damn good eye for the ball.
Can I vibe out on a name I forgot to mention earlier for the re-signs?
No.
I'm gonna get your opinion. I want to know how y'all feel about Tyquan. I want to know how you guys feel about Tyquan Lewis. How do you feel about that? Because on my end, every time he's in the game, you see him make plays. But he's like Michael Penix. He gets injured more than he plays up until his 2 years with Washington. What do you guys see from him?
I mean, I still think he's not. I mean, he's made a couple big splash plays for us. He's a great depth piece to have on this team. Great depth piece. I mean, he's solid. He's a whole lot like Dio. He's quick. He's fat. He's quick. He's agile. He gets under defenders. I mean, last year he played every game, so we've seen a lot of what he could do. I mean, I don't see why we can't keep him at a good depth piece, good second string player. Again, if the money's right, it's always about the money. So, if he can keep doing what he did last, especially last year with him being healthy all year, why not? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, they just re-signed him, so hopefully he sticks around.
Now, I don't mean to interrupt real quick, but Bruce jumps on here and he said, most important game for the Horseshoe is the game in Green Bay, which the Packers will win. I'm looking forward to watching it and reporting back to y'all. I'll be around all season. Laugh out loud. Go Pack, go. How's this for you, Bruce? We coming out there. We bringing the bus out there. We bringing the whole crew, baby. So get ready to host. That's all I'm saying.
I think I'm actually buying his tickets if he'll let me.
Whose tickets?
Bryce's. I think I'm buying Bryce's tickets.
He just said he's going to be there, so he ain't selling them to you.
Well, I was considering it.
Oh.
Well, apparently he changed his mind.
He changed his mind, apparently. Swerve, Bryce. You better stop here and pick me up on your way, and you'll see the bus before you even get to Green Bay.
Paul, believe me, if we had Donald Trump's type money, we'd fly you out, buddy, for sure.
I wouldn't. That dude won't even write me my own song. And he's a friggin' musician.
You don't need a song.
It's not about need, it's about want.
Want and need are two different things.
Exactly.
You want a dog too that you want, but you're probably not going to get it.
I got you though.
Wow. Okay. I need Clyde's fucking pad over here where I can use his buttons. There you go.
You want to touch Clyde's buttons?
I'm always.
We've probably pushed Clyde's buttons like 15 times in this show, and
I was gonna say I'll always get under his buttons.
Yeah, he's got thin skin or something, but he handles his business.
All right, boss man, we got about 7 minutes left. You want to get into Q&A?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and get into Q&A. We'll go ahead and bring up some of these questions that we got. I know one of them I know a big question from several people is about Mo Alley. So,
yeah,
can we get anything from Mo Alley Cox?
I don't think so, Trisha.
Nope.
I don't think we're
really
getting any more than what we've seen. We've seen 3 or 4 drops, 1 good catch to a touchdown, and everybody forgives him. I don't think he makes it. And honestly, I didn't think he was going to make it out of training camp last year, and I surely don't think he's going to get extended or re-signed.
No, that tight end room is very, very stacked right now. We have Granson, who did an amazing job. We have, Jelani Woods, who's a monster. Ogletree, depending on his situation, I think he's coming back after everything he went through. Another monster. I mean, Will Mallory did good when he was in and played for us. So, there's a possibility that if Brock Bowers is in the, still in the draft, depending on where we are and what situation we're in, we could get him. So, I mean, it's stacked right now, and Mo Alley was just not producing the way he should for us, the way the other tight ends did, in my opinion. So we're definitely not going to be having him back, I don't think.
Mo's gone if he can't hold on to the ball, and I remember that play when he fumbled the ball away and cost us a game. It's not just the drops; it's not just a couple touchdowns. He's made some key mistakes that have cost us in his limited play because that tight end room, like you just said, is so stacked. And we have other playmakers who have consistently showed out, balled out. And if someone steps up, one's going to get out. And I think that's the rotation that Coach Steichen's going to have to pull. The rotational game offensively has hurt us. But that's another conversation.
Yeah, and I think as well, like out of all the tight ends in our locker room right now, Mo Alley is definitely, I think, is the less athletic. He's stiff, he's slow.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
So I mean, yeah, it's I forgot what I was going to say. Like, that's either here or there. Never mind. We'll keep going. So what's our next question?
Spit it out. Well,
I know. I'm ready to see JT have a bounce back year going into the season without any distractions. Him and AR are going to be deadly. Well, absolutely.
I believe that to be an accurate statement. Now, Liz asked, what about Marvin Harrison Jr.? LOL. So I'm taking, she's asking if Ballard's going to move up to get him.
No, honey. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. No, honey. As much as I love the idea, the only way we're going to get him is if we pick him up in 4 years when he fails, wherever he gets drafted, like Chicago, because of how bad Chicago.
Oh, he won't make it out top 10.
No,
I don't.
I mean, if Caleb Williams goes
to 5.
I mean, that's what I was saying. I mean, if Caleb Williams goes to Chicago like he doesn't want to, I mean, Marvin Harrison might follow him there. Who knows?
Yeah.
Now, for me, do I want Ballard to trade the farm to go get him? Yes, I do.
Well, yeah. Yes, everybody does, right?
Now, will he? I don't know. We'll find out draft night.
I hope not. I hope not.
And Tyler corrected all of us. It's Roquan Davis, the guy out of Miami.
Didn't we say Wilkins or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. I think we said about 5 different names for that man.
We talked about Danielle Hunter, and we talked about him, yeah.
Next time he sees us, he's probably going to kick our ass.
He's going to remind me how I called Grove DeForest that one time at that one place for whatever reason. Only you and Acosta know that on this right now.
Now, here's a comment from Paul. He says, well, I don't think we do anything unless Flacco wins out. But everyone knows I do not like running QBs. They never stay healthy. Oh,
Patrick Mahomes is healthy, but he's not a full-time runner.
Chew on that.
The thing about that is, Paul, no one likes to see a quarterback run at all. I mean, it's fun to watch, yes, but I know coaches are nervous when they run, but the thing is, you got to learn to truly be a hybrid quarterback. You can't be a statue. You can't be a track runner. You got to truly know when to run, when to throw, when to stay in the pocket, when to hand the ball off. You got to know all these things. So, I mean, if someone like Anthony Richardson, for example, he's got to learn to be a true hybrid quarterback. Patrick Mahomes has done that. He runs when he has to. He can maneuver when he has to, but he'll also stay in the pocket, take a hit if he has to. You know what I mean? If the target's there, he's got good eyes. It's all about your eyes as a quarterback. You got to do your progressions. You got to make quick decisions. You got to call audibles. So, I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. So it's just you got to learn to be a true hybrid quarterback.
I'll say this. People that don't believe in Anthony Richardson, they don't believe him because they've got a small sample size of what he can do. And in that sample size, he got hurt several times. Mm-hmm. So that's what they're stuck on, that he's injury prone. Okay? It was a rookie kid, just turned 21, going out there, trying to make plays, to establish himself, and he got hurt. It's not that big of a deal. Now, that same sample size, on the other side of the coin, people that really believe in Anthony, they seen what this kid can do. This kid can move the ball. This kid's presence on the field changes everything before the ball's even snapped. Keep that in mind going forward before you give up on Anthony already.
What's your input, Daniel?
I think we're taking the right directions. We're going the right way. And I think success is right in front of us. Not only one to win some games, but to put banners on in the Raptors and the soil. I think we're going the right direction. I'm not going to sit here and talk about Drew Ogletree, Mo Alley, Kylan. I'm not going to sit here and do that at this moment because I got to pee really bad. but I think as an organization, this team's going in the right direction. Have patience under Chris Ballard. If you see what the defense has done, if you see what the offense can do with sample sizes, you know it. You know it. And on that note, I'm out.
What the hell was that?
Who let that guy in? Holy cow.
I've never seen a grown man do a pee dance. Fucking video. Oh my God. I am dying right now. I've never heard him talk so. Oh my goodness. All right, I think we have time for one more question, y'all. One more question.
I'm looking.
Before I lose my shit over here. Oh God. We have another question. Anywhere, anyone, Bueller. Let's see. Oops.
What's up, Adam J? Well, I don't see any more questions.
I don't either.
What wide receiver you think realistically get?
We realistically get. I think the guy from LSU will be there.
Nibblers?
No. That one. Oh, why can't I remember his name right now? Oh, crap.
The only one coming out of LSU is that Malik Nibblers or Nobblers or something.
Worthy.
I
thought he was Worthy.
I thought Worthy was out of Texas.
He is.
I don't know. There's so many people. I need my statistician, Adam J, to keep me straight. What do y'all say to the rumors of us trading up that are circulating? I'll say this: they're rumors. That's all. Until it actually happens, I ain't believing jack shit.
Absolutely, Adam J. What is that? What is that really good receiver out of LSU? Because me and Pat are
not Malik Nibblers.
No, not Nibblers. It's the other
one. Thank you, Miss Teresa. How's your husband doing? Better, I hope.
Yeah, I hope. He's been in our prayers.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Brian Thomas Jr.
Brian Thomas Jr. Okay.
Yep. That's who. There's a lot of mock drafts saying we're going to get him at 15. Lots of mock drafts. So, did you call him Nibblers?
Something like that. Yeah, I don't know what the hell I said.
It's neighbors.
It ain't neighbors.
It's neighbors.
It is not.
Nibblers. What is wrong with you?
Nabbler. Nabbers.
Neighbor. What the ever?
Look, I can't spell, but I know neighbor has an E and an I in it, and there's no E and I in that name.
Aaron, I can't even spell Google, okay? Let alone use it.
On that note, we might want to get out of here.
Yes, it's been great, y'all. Have a great rest of your week. Hopefully some of y'all got your kiddos at the Josh Down Camp. If you do out there, we'll hope to see you there. It's going to be a great week. We'll definitely get together again before the draft and let's see what happens. Draft week is upon us, Big P.
Yeah, and you guys don't forget, turn your notifications on everything you follow us with, because this offseason is going to come fast, it's going to come hard, and there's a lot going on. And your Anvil family is included in quite a bit of things that's going on with the organization. So turn your notifications on. Get ready, because we're coming out the gate this season swinging.
It's going to be a great time.
And if you don't follow us on YouTube, that means one thing, that you're a Tennessee Titan fan. That's it. That's all it means.
Oh, don't you have a giveaway too?
Not today.
Oh, did you just do it last week?
Oh, yeah.
Just for a week?
I didn't announce it last week.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is it.
One last thing, y'all, and we're going to get out of here.
If you do follow the YouTube page, if you're already subscribed, you're in the running. If you're a new subscription, you're in the running for this signed Kenny Moore photo, 8x10 or something like that. And we will be drawing the name on that draft night. So we'll got a week.
We'll do it before. We'll do like maybe an hour before the draft.
Yeah, you got a week to subscribe. And if you don't subscribe, it just means you're a Titans fan. That's all. So
that means share with a friend. Yes, Tressa, we know that Clyde will kill us for giving shit away, but you know what? He's not here.
I know, that's why we're doing it. The first show he wasn't on, we was giving shit away.
Now, he's not here, so guess what? He's out there kicking sand, humping camels or doing whatever he's doing overseas. So, but on that note, y'all, thank you for joining us tonight. It's been great as always. We will see y'all next week before the draft starts. Y'all have a great weekend, and remember, go Colts, baby.
Go Colts.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sick Podcast and Bill Show on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts.